Jiu-Jitsu tournament coming up. How am I feeling? Any tips, any advice that I can give? Mindset going in. Just gonna break it all down. First and foremost, a little bit of context. This will be my first blue belt tournament, so I'm excited for that. I'm pumped for that. Realistically, looking back at my white belt track record from when I first started to where I ended up, if it's the same scenario, then I will get my butt kicked a bunch. In my very first tournament, I think I lost every match to the exact same submission. And then in my second tournament, I lost every match to another submission, but the same way. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I don't know how much the competition rises from white belt to blue belt. Maybe a lot, maybe gradually. But looking at it, you're competing against people that have been training for 2 to 5 years in blue belt. So there's a pretty big gap. It's a pretty big gap for sure. But excited nonetheless. The mindset going in has always been to have fun and to learn. If you lose, you win. If you win, you win. And what do I mean by that? If you lose, you have something to learn. So you win because you have something to learn. And if you win, then you just win. So it's almost better, as bizarre as it sounds, to lose in a way, because then you learn a bigger lesson. Because if you win, then you kind of just win. And that's cool and all. But if you lose, then you know you got something to work on. You got something, a weak spot in your game. And then once you patch that up, then you move on to the next tournament, you'll be that much better. But in winning, it's kind of tricky because you might get complacent, you know what I mean? So that's kind of the trade-off of a win. But either way, a lose is a win is a win. So that's that. But another mindset is just to have fun and to just kind of relax. Always try to stay relaxed. Try to control your breathing. That's sort of what I do, at least, is try to make sure my heart rate isn't spazzing out. Just chill, If you're in bottom, you're getting smothered from the cross mount, just chill with it, It's all good. Somebody's got you in back mount, all right. You've been here before, you've been training. It's all good. Relax, kind of hang out there for a little bit. Squeeze your way out, turn around. Put them in an arm bar, triangle choke, back mount, bow and arrow choke. There's always a way out of a bad spot, for sure. And it's always leading up to the match that's the most terrifying part. If you've never been in a tournament, then you might not know what I'm talking about, but if you have, then you definitely know what I'm talking about. Is leading up to it, right until you guys finally shake hands or tap hands, or whenever you're ready to start. That's always the scary part. As soon as it's on, it's chill. You're in the mode, you're in the zone. You're gonna end up on the ground at some point. And at least for me personally, maybe I'm giving out too much information, but the stand up is always the scary part for me. On the ground, it's like no big deal. It's just a stand-up is terrifying. But yeah, definitely having a solid game plan is very helpful. Knowing exactly how you're going to get from point A to point B, really helpful. All roads lead to point B. So even if you don't end up in point A, maybe you end up at point B, point C, as long as you can get, point A to point Z is what I meant. You're trying to get point A to point Z. So maybe if you end up in point B or C or whatever, as long as you get to point Z, then you're good. And that's kind of the mindset, is just whatever your game plan is, just get to that spot, get to that spot, get to that spot. I'm more just talking to myself here. Maybe it's different for you. Maybe your coach has different philosophy on it, but this is me just kind of reiterating to myself sort of what to keep in mind for a tournament. And if you have another philosophy or other ideas on it, then feel free to let me know. But yeah, it's always about the experience for me, at least. It's always just gaining experience, learning something, testing yourself, pushing yourself, having fun, meeting people, that sort of thing. I'd say the biggest thing that I gotta work on is being more organized. I tend to get scatterbrained and sort of walk around and leave the mat area, or like leave the area that I'm supposed to leave. Like I need to be more dialed in on the pre-game, for sure. Like really lock in, stretch more, probably relax more, focus on the game plan more, reiterate, that sort of stuff. Reiterate the game plan. But yeah, overall, I just recommend just have fun, have a good game plan, and try to learn something from it. But yeah, I'm feeling excited. The tournament's in Montreal, November 22nd, I believe, in Montreal. So maybe I'll see some of you guys there before. I know I posted a video last year, and somebody commented, "No way, I'm going to that tournament." And then I ended up fighting the dude. He commented after, he's like, "Bro," or something. He said, "Dude, no way." Like, we actually ended up fighting each other at the tournament. So that was pretty crazy. I think I almost backed out of that fight too, because I was so tired and I was just feeling sick. But yeah, the steed's going crazy right now. Every warrior needs a steed. Every warrior needs an animal. You gotta know how to tame them too. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 oh yeah, going crazy. This animal's going crazy. Enough, Bella. Hey, hey, enough. You see, she listened. She listened. That's what you gotta do. You gotta have like a yell. Hey, enough, Bella. Something to make them listen. But yeah, good luck. If you're going to that tournament, definitely drop a comment. Look out for me, say hi, say what's up. Hope to see you there if you find this video. If not, regardless, good luck on your tournament if you're having one. Yeah, just have fun. See you.